Welcome, everybody. I'm Chris Denman. I'm the host of We Are Live. You can check that out online, Facebook, Instagram, at We Are Live Radio. It's a podcast. That's why you've never heard of me. I'm going to be hanging out here today. It's going to be a blast. It's the third annual Pumpkin Wars Chefs versus Surgeons benefiting St. Louis Children's Hospital. We're at a tie the first 2 years. We've got chefs winning, surgeons winning. Today, it's going to be very competitive. So thank you for tuning in here on St. Louis Magazine's Facebook page. Let us know you're having a good time in the comments. Be sure to share and tag people in. Get people involved. Before we get started in the competition, let's give a round of applause to the sponsors that made this event possible, including St. Louis Children's Hospital, Washington University Orthopedics, and Echo Bluff State Park. Absolutely beautiful place. Now, here's how the contest is going to work. You guys are tuning in for some fun. Keep it going. We can cheers. We're doing it over Zoom. We can let them know. Thank you to all the great sponsors. Here's how the contest is going to work. We've got 30 minutes to carve and decorate pumpkins. That's right. We'll have a timer. We're going to talk to our competitors throughout the competition. We're going to have a blast. You let us know in the comments if you're having fun, if you think there's a favorite, if you think anybody's progressing maybe a little too fast, if there's some performance enhancing candy involved, potentially let us know in the comments. We're going to have a good time today. It's a Sunday. The weather's fall. It's great. So we're going to have fun. Here we go. Contest is going to work 30 minutes to carve and decorate pumpkins. Next, you're going to cast votes. So that's very important at home. Voting is simple. Click on the poll button at the bottom of the screen. Pick wisely because you're only getting one vote. No stuffing. After all of the votes have been cast, we'll reveal which pumpkin will be crowned the MVP. That's most valuable pumpkin. And you guys can celebrate with the winner. And before we announce the lineup, again, we want to remind you about the St. Louis Children's Hospital Halloween fundraiser. Tough time right now. Due to COVID-19 safety protocols, St. Louis Children's is hosting reverse trick-or-treating. And we'll be delivering costumes and goodie bags to each patient's room with treats, games, and coloring books to enjoy on Halloween. Your donations help the team purchase items to fill the bags. So be sure to support. Check out the link in the chat function for more details and to help kids who will be spending Halloween at St. Louis Children's Hospital have a fabulous day. I didn't write that. We're going to keep moving forward. On to the competition. It's my pleasure to introduce you all to 2020 Pumpkin Wars Chefs versus Surgeons lineup. This is going to be a great event today. Let's start with the chefs. Marianne Velasco, you know her as the chef, partner at Nudo House, very popular place right here in St. Louis, and she'll be the first competitor. Caryn Dugan, owner, founder, STLVegGirl, Center for Plant-Based Living. Tyler Davis, 2018 Most Valuable Pumpkin winner. That is wow. I'm bowled over. Chef and owner of Alchemy Bakery and Aether as well. So give it up for your chefs as they're representing today. Washington University surgeons at St. Louis Children's Hospital physicians, Dr. Christopher D, pediatric orthopedic surgeon. Show them the pumpkin. Let's see. There you go. Check it out, everybody. Dr. Katherine Dunsky, pediatric ENT surgeon. How are we? Dr. Dunsky. And Dr. Kamlesh Patel, pediatric plastic surgeon, also in on the competition. This is going to be a heck of a time. Again, get people in here. Let's have some fun. Let's raise awareness. And most of all, let's pick the best pumpkin. Let's get the competition going. Our 30 minutes is going to start now. It's chefs versus surgeons. Kick it off, everybody. We're going to chat throughout. I'm going to get to know you a little bit better, but most of all, pay attention, be safe. Let's see some great pumpkin carving. Everybody ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Do it.
Let's go. All right, here we go. The time is starting now. We got 30 minutes, so we're going to check this out. Everybody's jumping in. All the setups, by the way, if you guys have been doing many Zoom things like I have, or conferences or streaming, half the time people, their internet connection's awful. You've got horrible lighting. Look at the great setups we have today. Just from a technical standpoint, I really want to point that out. And that's very important for this program today. Caryn, did you carve your pumpkin out beforehand?
Yes, sir, I did.
I think you follow directions pretty well. That's fantastic. How long did it
Well,
take
you know what? I can really sling some veggies. I can sling my greens. I can chop kale like like nobody's business. But these pumpkins have me a little bit nervous. So I was not going to you know, I was going to make sure they had all the time in the world to do this.
I think that's smart, but you do have the name STLVegGirl, so that's a high precedent to set before you go into a pumpkin carving competition. Do you feel like your familiarity with the Gord family can put you ahead of anybody with this?
Yeah, I wish.
So no tricks right away.
I not yet.
Well, we're all rooting for you. If you're a fan of Caryn Dugan, let her know in the comments, and let's support Caryn and the team of
Thanks,
chefs
Chris.
throughout this. Absolutely. Caryn, we'll be back in just a bit. Dr. Dunsky going to work. Look at this. Where are you set up at, Dr. Dunsky? And thank you for being safe with the pumpkin with the mask on. I appreciate that.
This is my backyard.
It's a beautiful setup. There's 50 squirrels in your trees right now, just licking their chops, seeing you go to town on those pumpkins.
Yes, there should be plenty of guts for them to eat later.
I think so. Did you carve out ahead of time?
Yes.
Dr. Dunsky's excited. Do you have any motivation for how you're going to design this? Did you receive any tips?
I did some research online, prepped, and I also talked to some folks, practiced as always. So I'm ready.
You're ready. Dr. Dunsky is definitely ready. How about Dr. D in home in his kitchen? Earlier we met your son. Will your son be making any appearances throughout the program?
I think he will. Rafi, they want you to show up, buddy. They want you, Raf.
Now, are you, I don't know if this, I'll have to check the official rules. Will anybody be helping you with this? I think you just have to do it yourself, right?
I think it's just me. I did ask if I could have a fellow surgeon come and, assist me. In surgery, we don't do it all by ourselves usually. So nobody's helping me. Rafi, come around and say hi.
If you could set up something where you very solemnly, sternly ask for a scooper from your assistant, that would be good. Little medical humor in there. What's up, Rafi? How are you?
I'm good.
Looking good.
Is this a plot by the chefs? Take some time out of my carving. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Do you think your dad's gonna win, Raphael?
Rafi, who's gonna win, Raf?
I don't know.
Who do you want to win?
I'm the surgeons.
There you go. Surgeons versus chefs. Dr. D will check back with you.
Sounds good.
We'll check in with Chef Tyler. Chef Tyler, you're focused. How are things going at your home? How are you feeling so far?
Are going well. Like always, a pleasure to be in the Pumpkin Wars competitions as always. This is year 3, so see if we get another one.
Does it feel good to be a returning champion? Do you feel like you have a few seeds up on these people?
It's always really, really nice, just to know that you have been in this competition before and killed it. However, last year, they pulled out all the stops. So I'm very excited to see what people do this year. I will let my competitors know that I never, ever practice. So this will be a new experience for everyone today. So wish me luck and hope that I don't flub it up.
I think maybe that you're trying to intimidate them as well. So knowing that if they lose to you, they lost to somebody who didn't practice. So I like the psychological warfare that you're putting out there. Marianne is carving away. She looks like, are you at Nudo right now, Marianne?
I'm at Nudo right now. I'm back. It's a little busy out there. But,
So you've set up a carving station in the middle of a busy day. That's talent.
I didn't want to get any pumpkin juice or spray anywhere, so I just set up a little room out here.
It's reminiscent of the TV show Dexter, I believe, how you have that set up. So you have your bases covered. Is there a particular design that you're going for today that you'd like people to know about?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of did a little research and I did some pumpkin carving with my boys, my kids, this week. So I kind of got a little chance to practice a bit.
Very nice. It looks like you're off and running. I'm going to let you get back to it. Maybe we'll say hi to Dr. Patel, busy on his back deck. I don't know if Dr. Patel, can you hear me? Yeah, I don't want to distract people too much. They're focused. Dr. Patel, thank you for chatting. What is in your hand?
It's a Dremel. I kept it very simple. Three pieces of equipment. One, a pen, drywall saw, and a Dremel. That's it.
Precision. Okay, so what gives you an advantage in this competition with fellow surgeons and chefs and everything else? It looks like you're ready to roll, like you've got a very strict plan.
Yeah, no, it's very always with the plan, and you know, in surgery have the KISS principle: keep it simple, stupid. And this is what I'm doing.
I had that screamed at me in many sports growing up, so I appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Patel, do you have any? If you weren't going to win, do you have a prediction for who might win?
I always worry about Chef Tyler, and I'm watching him right now, and I'm hoping I can put him off by just staring at him.
Yeah, give him the intimidating eyes. Okay, Dr. Patel, you're a man with a plan. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll let him get back to it. We'll check back in. If you're just tuning in, again, St. Louis Magazine's 3rd annual Chefs versus Surgeons. This is a very fun thing that we're able to do because of all these people giving up their time, and it's for such a great cause. And again, I just want to take a quick second to thank St. Louis Children's Hospital, Washington University Orthopedics, and Echo Bluff State Park for making this happen today. Obviously, due to the situation at hand, you can't exactly do this in person with a large crowd and everybody cheering. So if you all are watching at home, throw it a share, get in the comments, let these people know that you're supporting them, because this is all for, this is the 3rd year, and we're going to need to know who's going to come out of this on top. It's tied from the first 2. And again, all kinds of good things can be done with the Children's Hospital Halloween fundraiser. And we're going to be hanging out watching this happen throughout. We will keep pushing forward. Back to Caryn. Caryn, how are you doing in the vegetable headquarters?
Chris, this is interesting.
Okay, what's interesting? Let's see what's going on.
I'm not going to show you anything.
Oh, wow. You're secretive. Okay.
No, that's right. You know, like when you're in the middle of a big project, like my husband and I rehab houses, and in the middle of the project, it always looks really, really scary. And at the end, it's like magic, my friend, magic.
It is too. I deal with a lot of people that are constantly creating, being creative and everything. You don't want to show something half cooked or half prepared, because
that's exactly right.
Throw it off. Right. Mm-hmm. So, okay. I appreciate where you're coming from with that. And that's a good strategy as well. I'm trying to think of the worst pumpkin I've ever carved. It's typically just, you try and go simple and then you just mess up the shapes. Like, that's my problem. I don't ever get too crazy with it. So
I will tell you. Okay. So I'll tell you, this is simple, and usually simple works, right? So okay. This is a simple design. I think you like it. Okay, great.
All right. So somebody that is in the business of what you do, and you have a plant-based lifestyle, what do you hand out candy-wise or treat-wise at your house? I mean, are kids getting a bag of kale? How does this work on Halloween?
Listen, I don't want my house teepeed, okay?
Okay, got it.
Or egged.
That's fair.
No, we're the cool neighbors. So we don't have kids. So we want all the other kids to get really sugared up.
Perfect.
So we give out like the full size stuff, you know?
Yes, that makes sense.
We're the cool neighbors.
We'll keep it up. Looks like you're making some progress. I'll leave you to your mystery, and we'll go check back in. Chef Tyler, I got to come back to you again. Former champion. Are you confident in the progress you're making so far?
Oh yeah, like it's really weird because before the competition, I never really got into pumpkin carving. But every year, once this competition comes around, it makes me very, very excited, because I'm always kind of just interested to know, like, kind of like what I'm going to pull out, you know, because every year is always different. So this year I'm taking a more kind of like artistic approach to it, I would say. The year I was trying to like wow or make something kind of creepy. So this year it's going to be just a little bit different.
I like that. Now, as a chef, do you have a favorite, recipe that involves pumpkin, or even just a fall recipe that you're always like your go-to? it's September's here, October's here. Chef Tyler's making.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, this morning I was fortunate enough to be able to get up and bake off some croissant dough that I had. And when I was actually eating, probably I think it was my fourth croissant this morning, I actually used pumpkin butter and smeared that on top with some Kluger butter, and it was a jam, man. It totally made my day. So if you guys ever get a chance, pumpkin butter with croissants, do it.
Did you arrange for those to be delivered to the rest of us as well?
Actually, if you look underneath your desk right now, there will be some in the drawer right there. Magical television.
There it is. Chef Tyler comes through. Dr. Patel, did you get me anything?
Catch that.
Did you get me anything?
I'll do anything for bribery. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Chef Tyler, he hit a croissant under my desk, so you've got a lot to work with there. So we'll see what happens. We'll be back. That's 4 croissants already, huh?
4 croissants already, man. 2 cups of coffee, 4 croissants. So I'm ripping and roaring today.
I think I had an allergy pill and a cold cup of coffee. So there you go. That's what I'm working with here. And if you guys are just tuning in again, this is Chefs versus Surgeons. Marianne Velasco's over at Nudo. We're not going to bother her. She's in the middle of a very, very labor-intensive part of the carving situation. I am curious. Dr. Dunsky she's gonna wave me off. I can tell. She's like, "Don't talk to me, dummy." But if you have any tips for kids, I'm not gonna make you tell a joke to get information out of you. How long have you been in St. Louis, Dr. Dunsky?
I was born and raised here, but I just have been back after finishing my training for about 4 years now.
4 years now. Okay. This Halloween, if kids do get out and about, are you going to make them do the St. Louis joke thing for treats?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, look at it. Pandemic doesn't matter. It's still happening. Okay. What about you, Dr. D?
Not from St. Louis. Probably going to make him tell the joke though.
Okay. How do you feel about that coming into St. Louis? That's always, I grew up an hour south, so it was kind of a thing, but not like it is really strict here. You're on board with the joke telling for the swap out of treats?
Oh, absolutely. It plays into my dad joke mantra. Always, man, always.
Is that why you had children?
Mainly to tell dad jokes, yes. That and the dad bod totally works.
Well, I'm proud of you, and I think that probably goes a pretty great accomplishment on your mantle. So we'll make sure that happens, whether kids are virtually trick-or-treating or not. It is going to be enforced strictly with the jokes. Everybody is really, really getting into this. It's almost like I feel bad going to people because everybody's so intent on this. It is tied up from the last 2 years between the chefs and the surgeons. So there's a lot on the line, mainly pride. And this is very important to all these people participating today. I keep sneaking back over to Caryn to try and see. I'm trying to see if you're going to slip up and show me half the design, but we'll see. You're doing a good job. By the way, award to Caryn for getting the banner in. I love that. It's like she has her own set. She's got the giant block. I like that. The sink looks beautiful. Wonderful job.
Thank you.
And Dr. Dunsky, no slouch with the Halloween setup as well. I like that. Chef Tyler, what's the most ridiculous thing you've dressed up as for Halloween over the years? Because I know there's a few. There's a few. I know.
Don't you? All right. Well, 1 year in college, I actually dressed up as Tyra, who was my female alter ego. And I got lots of people asking me what I dressed up as. So the biggest thing I ever dressed up as was a woman, man. But I've been anything from like a Ninja Turtle to a bat to vampires. I really like zombies, so anything like Walking Dead, anything super, super creepy, like definitely down for that. So usually zombies or women is what I like to dress up as.
Okay, I see that. And now, whenever you said you dressed up as Tyra, people were just like, "Who's the lady?"
Yeah.
Did they even?
Literally, and it was actually kind of scary because I had a couple guys walk up to me and they were like, "Hey, what's going on? You know, just want to say you got a sexy outfit on." And I was just like, "Yeah, bro, thanks." And they just do like a double take, and I'm just like, "Yeah."
Fist bump. That's right. Great work, Tyra. Okay. Chef Tyler, I knew I would get a good answer out of that. And I bet there's 10 or 20 more of those. So guys, we're going to check in chefs and surgeons. We're at 15 minutes in. So we'll make sure that everybody is aware of that. They've got 15 more minutes to go. Then we're going to open it up for voting, and then make sure everybody's taken care of, and we'll have our champion at the end of this. Working through Dr. D making his moves. Dr. Dunsky really pushing forward. We've got all kinds of tools set up. You can tell this is somebody who's very, very, very experienced in the process of using multiple tools and then cutting into things. This is fantastic. Oh, man.
Let me get loud for a second.
What do we have, Caryn? What tool are we going with?
Drywall.
Oh. See, is that fair if you also work on houses as well? It's not just the chef part that you're tapping into. You've got all kinds of access that I wasn't aware of. So that's impressive. Just a quick reminder, everybody, if you're tuned in and watching, always appreciate if you share the stream, get some more people to check this out. Chefs today, Marianne Velasco, chef partner at Nudo House, Caryn Dugan, owner, founder, STLVegGirl, Center for Plant-Based Living, Tyler Davis, 2018's M.V.P, Most Valuable Pumpkin winner, chef and owner, Alchemy Bakery, and Aether as well. Our surgeons today, Washington University surgeons at St. Louis Children's Hospital physicians, Dr. Christopher D., great first name, by the way, pediatric orthopedic surgeon. You've got Dr. Katherine Dunsky, pediatric ENT surgeon, Dr. Kamlesh Patel, pediatric plastic surgeon. All these people working hard, and whenever they finish these up, they're going to make them visible to you. We'll get the voting going and eventually announce our champion this year. I'm curious, who do I need to talk to? Let's go to Dr. D. Dr. D, I'm curious, during the last 7 months or so, I'm sure you're extremely busy with work and you've got a family, everything else. Have you tuned in to any kind of Zoom activities? Have you done anything online worth noting over the last half a year or so? Oh, I lost Dr. D. I can't hear you. I think you got you muted. Sorry. Have you been a part of any family Zooms or meetings that have went a little left? It's been pretty crazy with the technology of I guess streaming and conferencing kind of just getting shoved in everybody's faces.
Yeah, a lot of Zoom, a lot of family bombing of my Zoom meetings, including presentations at national meetings. So thank you to my 2-year-old and my 5-year-old for that, keeping it human. Launched a podcast with one of my partners at WashU about hand surgery. So I'm on podcast famous like you are, Chris.
That's amazing. You need to come by and check out our studio at Midcoast Media. I'll plug you in there.
That'd be fantastic. That'd be great. I'd love that.
Tell me about the podcast. Let's give me the highlights. This is great. That's actually very exciting.
I'm a hand surgeon, and hand surgeons love puns, so it's called The Upper Hand. And it's on iTunes if anybody wants to check it out. We talk about hand surgery, about life, just normal stuff. But it's been a lot of fun. Had a couple patients talk about how they've seen the podcast, which is always kind of fun.
I was going to say you might have to watch what you say or who making fun of people's hand setup. I know you're an absolute professional, but on podcasts you gotta have some fun sometimes. And I can't imagine being a doctor who has a good sense of humor.
We play fast and loose, but we're always compliant with patient privacy, of course.
Of course, Dr. D. So we'll check that out. What's the podcast called?
It's called The Upper Hand. The Upper Hand. Chuck and Chris talk hand surgery. My partner, Chuck Goldfarb, chief of Peds Ortho at St. Louis Children's. The guy who wrote me into this. So thank you for that,
Chuck. Well, shout out to Chuck and Dr.
Chuck.
D. I'm checking out the podcast. I'll leave you a review as well. That's
fantastic. Thank you. Love that.
We absolutely have to check that out, guys. Go see Dr. D's. So here's what's going to happen. Dr. Dunsky wiping the sweat off her forehead. Everybody's focused in. We've got Chef Tyler, Dr. Patel, Marianne Velasco at Nudo. We have our friend Dr. Dunsky, as I mentioned, Dr. D, and then Caryn Dugan. We're going to give them a few minutes to focus and really hone things in. If they want, they can reach out, but we're going to let them push through. Again, the voting will start in about 10 minutes or so. Guys, you're at 21 minutes. So they've got a little less than 10 minutes left. So be ready to vote. You'll be able to see everything that's going on. And we're going to let everybody hang out for a bit and get focused. I'm Chris Denman, and it's St. Louis Magazine's 3rd annual Pumpkin Wars, Chefs versus Surgeons. Five minutes left, competitors. Be ready, everybody. If you're watching, you're going to get to vote. You're going to get to see all of the hard work that's been put into this, and we'll crown our 3rd ever champion. of this wonderful Pumpkin Wars competition. Everybody's working super hard. These people are giving up a Sunday to have some fun, to raise some awareness, to have a good time. I love where this is going, Marianne. I see you over there. This is great. Guys, we got about a little less than 5 minutes left, so stay tuned. I'm interested to see. Dr. D has the paint out. If anyone else has gotten into that, I'm thinking Karen's maybe got something crazy going on the other side. We're going to be surprised with as well. Chef Tyler focused, former champion. Dr. Patel has his tools, and he has a helper out on the back deck. So
He's putting some special polish on his Chef Tyler. I think he's tampering. Does he need to be disqualified?
we'll take that to the judges. And you know what? We'll let the people decide as well. So if you guys think Dr. Patel's being helpful, or if he's maybe you see Dr. Patel as a little bit of a snitch at this point. I don't know. Chef Tyler is working hard. I don't know if you can see Dr. Patel. It looks like Marianne has incorporated another vegetable, like and sauce. How do you feel? Do you think those are extracurricular, or do you feel like those are legit to be part of the competition?
It's definitely bordering on tampering.
Okay, we'll take it to the board. So
Yeah.
Dr. Patel has raised concerns.
Formal complaint.
Yeah, it's formal. You've stated it to me. That's legally binding. I'll have to check the Pumpkin Wars bylaws, but I'm fairly sure I get to make that call. Check with St. Louis Magazine. And whenever it's time to vote, everybody's gonna position the pumpkins where everybody can see them very well. Marianne, you're smiling a lot. I feel like there's a lot of confidence with where you're at. Do you feel like you're gonna be a leg up on everybody? What's going on?
I think the hot sauce did it. I was going to use soy sauce, so I'm pretty happy with the Cholula. It worked today.
Okay. All right. If there's any left over, I'll come by and snatch that up. I'm a big fan of that sauce. So we got Chef Tyler working through. A few minutes left for the competition, and we'll have our voting open up right after that. Again, if you're a fan of the chefs or the surgeons, I think we're all going to win today. Again, Dr. Christopher D., Dr. Katherine Dunsky, Dr. Cam Patel, all participating. Marianne Velasco, Caryn Dugan, Tyler Davis on the chef side. And after the first 2 years, it is 1-to-1. So it's very important that you focus when it's time to voting, because this is a big one. We've already got Dr. D taking photos, like he's very proud of his work. I'm not mad about it. I'm looking forward to finding out more about it. Again, we're down to the last couple minutes, and then we're going to open up voting for those of you tuned in.
I have to turn my lights out for the last minute or so.
Oh, getting spooky at the Dugan home.
Yes.
Caryn, do you have a favorite Halloween tradition?
The first joke, which is still my favorite, that I ever learned as a little girl, my mom taught me. How do you catch a squirrel?
How?
Climb a tree and act like a nut.
You can catch Karen's new special on Netflix December 1st. Love it. No, that's great. That is something that is it's fun that the kids in St. Louis get to do. And look, you're here 10 years later after that, and you're rocking out the jokes. So wonderful.
We do love listening to all the kids' jokes. They're funny.
They are. I'm always surprised anytime I've handed out candy. I was like, oh, you put a little writing into this.
Yeah.
1 minute left for the competitors to finish up. And I'm going to be quiet and let everybody focus in. It's Chris Denman, and it's the Pumpkin Wars live online for St. Louis Magazine. 1 minute left.
You do it every year, but it never gets old.
All right, we are down to the final 20 seconds. Caryn, we'll get your design in. Chef Tyler, get your designs ready. It is a little bit tough to see. We might need to go in on that, Caryn.
Can we turn it around now? Is that what we do?
In just a second, we'll do
Okay.
that. Yeah, and then we'll get it ready. 10 seconds, and then we are gonna be showing these off, everybody. We're gonna kill the music. And if Marianne, if you could angle the camera just a little bit so everybody can see. Oh, wow. We'll show these off. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna run to everybody. You're gonna tell me what you've got for you, and then we're gonna leave it up for voting. Get ready to vote. Chef Tyler, we'll start with you. What do you have? There is a lot going on there. You're muted, Chef Tyler. Can't hear you. All right. We'll come back. Oh, there we go. Chef Tyler, what do you have for us?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but this is my Vincent Van Gogh inspired pumpkin.
Wow.
Starry Night on there. I ended up just carving out pieces of the pumpkin and just dyeing it for all those good things.
Beautiful.
Okay. Now, Dr. Patel had thoughts about that. Dr. Patel, what are your thoughts? What do we work with on your pumpkin? Wonderful work, by the way. It looks very, very good.
Yeah, so I went with the skull. So you can see here, there's the facial skeleton. Is the head up top. We got the arch, some cheekbones, and all the way going to the jaw with some teeth detail there.
Wow. And that's medically certified as correct and accurate, right?
He said it's medically certified.
Marianne Velasco at Nudo, what's happening with your pumpkin?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me? Okay. I did a little traditional meets skeletal pumpkin here, and he likes vegetables. So he's just kind of chomping down on it. A little bit of like the skull inside, and a nice little eyeball.
Very nice, very creative from Marianne. Again, everybody, you get one vote, so pick correctly. Let's go to Dr. Dunsky. What do we have here, Dr. Dunsky? That's fantastic.
This is my tonsillitis patient. So I don't know if you guys can see in the mouth, but I've got some good big red tonsils in there.
Oh, wow. And then what's in the eye?
This is just the eye, and this is his uvula. So it's the end of the soft palate.
Spell that at home if you can. Wonderful work, Dr. Dunsky. Dr. D, how about you? Incorporating the light. I like that, our final two.
Right. Well, I'm a hand surgeon, so this is a hand with a little spider guy on the side over here. I'm not sure if it shows up that well. And
looks great.
For all of my residents and trainees listening at home, there's one anatomic incorrect aspect here, and I'll let you figure that out. You get a bonus point if you tell me when we get to work on Monday.
So you can vote for him, and you have an opportunity for a bonus. We'll need Chef Tyler's pumpkin back, but we'll go back to him in just a sec. Caryn, what is yours? What's happening here? The light up the reveal. You know what? I almost gave Dr. D some trouble for going. I love the themes, and I love that you went with kale. Yeah, what's going on here?
I mean, does it really need an explanation? Kale,
Nope.
yeah, eat your greens, baby.
Caryn Dugan,
all I
living
got.
up to STLVegGirl. Well, you did great. Let's go back to Chef Tyler. Can we see? Yep, there we go. So we can see. So all of these are listed. They're going to keep these in shot so you all can see them. Voting will be open. I'm going to turn some music on, let you all enjoy yourself. You can vote for any of these folks. Again, chefs versus surgeons. Your choices: Dr. Kamlesh Patel, Chef Caryn Dugan, Dr. Christopher D., Chef Tyler Davis, Dr. Katherine Dunsky, Chef Marianne Velasco. Get those votes in, and we'll get some music going while everybody's thinking it through. Just a few minutes left to vote. Get those in. We've almost got all the votes in. If you haven't voted yet, pick your favorite. We have Caryn Dugan, Dr. Dunsky, Dr. D, Chef Tyler, Dr. Patel, and Marianne Velasco, who's working hard over at Nudo right now. Again, wonderful work by everybody. I might say so myself. Just a little bit longer on the voting, everybody. Get those in. 1 minute left in the voting. So if you all want to do that, I'm going to run through, talk to everybody real quick. I'm going to ask you guys a few quick questions. Dr. Dunsky, since I've got you here, I'm going to ask you what everybody kind of wants to know. Do you know when patients are lying to you?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay. I think that's it. Dr. D, you had a good laugh. How do you feel about that? Can you pick up on a maybe not so accurate statement of why they're there?
I plead the fifth. I'm just
Okay.
hoping to visit. I'm just hoping to visit Nudo House down the line. I didn't wear my N1 faux shirt, but I'm hoping that Marianne can hook us up a little bit.
Okay. Our last on the doctor panel. Dr. Patel, do you know when a patient is not being truthful?
I always tell them it's a team approach. Can only get the best outcome if we're all on the same team.
See, that's diplomatic. I appreciate that.
Come on,
great.
Cam.
Team.
All right. And we'll get to everybody else in just a moment. Caryn, same question to you. You're into to vegetable, a plant-based diet. Do you know when people aren't necessarily being honest about their approach to healthy living?
Yeah, show me your lab work. I'll tell you if you're lying or not.
Karen's right after it. She little more direct than Dr. Patel. Polling has ended, so we're going to announce the winner in just a second. Wow. Again, thank you for everybody for tuning in. Have some wonderful, wonderful contestants today. This is our third ever for St. Louis Magazine. Are you guys ready to hear the winner?
Let's go.
I'm a dramatic person, so we're going to make it a little more dramatic. I'm gonna let this go for like 10 minutes.
He said 10 minutes.
Third annual Pumpkin Wars champion, Dr. Christopher D. takes it home. He has the upper hand once again.
Upper hand.
Virtual
Congrats,
high five. Dr. D takes it home, and he's giving bonus points if you work with him, and you can tell him on Monday what is anatomically wrong with his pumpkin. Oh my gosh, Raph is there. Your son is there. Dr. D, I realize that you do great work. You have a family, all these things, but this has to be up there as one of your bigger accomplishments in the last decade or so.
You know, I'm gonna tell my boss and my chairman this is definitely going on the career record list. This is up there. I feel like it deserves a championship belt, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think we need to make that happen. Dr. Christopher D, again, a podcast host as well. Big thank you to everybody. Washington University surgeons at St. Louis Children's Hospital physicians, Dr. Christopher D, Dr. Katherine Dunsky, Dr. Kamlesh Patel, all part of the winning, I guess we'll just say the winning team, right? This is chefs versus surgeons. You all took it home. That's 2 for the surgeons, 1 for chefs. As we're here at the end of the third ever Pumpkin Wars competition, I do want to remind everybody, check out the costume contest hosted by St. Louis Magazine and Halloween fundraiser benefiting St. Louis Children's Hospital. Both links posted in the chat can be found at stlouismagazine.com. You'll find it where the event, where the Pumpkin Wars Chefs versus Surgeons link is. Real quick, I just wanted to thank everybody. Everybody did a wonderful job today, and you can still support. Again, go to that St. Louis Magazine event website or link, to help out with that Halloween fundraiser. Dr. D, congratulations. Hopefully you're gracious in winning, but if you take a few laps and gloat a little bit, we're okay with that too.
I enjoyed everybody's presence here. It was a lot of fun. So thank you for inviting me, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Chef Tyler, Dr. Patel, Marianne, Caryn, Dr. Dunsky, and our champion, Dr. D. Again, thanks for joining us for the third annual St. Louis Magazine Pumpkin Wars. I'm Chris Denman. Take it easy, everybody.
Thank you.
Go donate.
Way to go, guys.